sei non scarpi anche no. Il lancio torna perché stanotte non c'è roba. E penso che io non penso una Range Rover. Faccio vincere la sfortuna, tutti i fratelli perduti. Faccio la parte delle conte, ne per noi nuove creature. Noi limmo una speranza, i campa senza che stanza. Quando tornano a scuola, quando stanno a basso bar. E mettono mani in pistola, droga e tutto là di storia. A terra i cani che scoria, ci portiamo pure giuro. O pensiamo a tutto quanto, ma non dice mai nessuno. Noi teniamo una domanda, ma chi giudica, chi giudica? E oggi casa fuori rimane, è logica che si rimane inerme, non cagna niente. Tieni piena fritta a pierna, noi guardiamo in doppio binocolo, sti bastardi con mi open, senza rischio carcerata, proprio come in Doma Nova. Una speranza, a campare in mano. Asciuga la vita come il smoke, a rete 600 scarpi anche no. Il lancio torna perché stanotte non c'è roba. E penso che io non penso una Range Rover. Faccio vincere la sfortuna, tutti i fratelli perduti. Faccio la parte delle conte, ne per noi nuove creature. Noi limmo una speranza, i campa senza che stanza.
Benvenuto and welcome to the Capo for Christ channel. This is episode 4 of Cooking with Capo. Today we're going to be making crab cakes. But before we get into the cooking, we got to get into the word. And for the word today, we're going to get into Ecclesiastes chapter 9. Chapter 9, verse 7. And it says, "Go thy way, eat thy bread with joy, and drink thy wine with a merry heart, for God now accepteth thy works." Okay, so today what we're going to be working on is our famous crab cakes. And we got 2 pounds of crab here. First pound, this is jumbo lump crab. This is beautiful crab, as you can see. This is it's real crab, jumbo lump. And we got to be very careful when we do our crab mix not to break the crab up in any way or be rough with it. We have to be very gentle with it. So that is our jumbo lump crab, 1 pound of that. And then we've got our crab claws, back fin claws. These here are going to take a little bit of work. And this is another pound of it here, like I said. This is beautiful crab here, guys. I mean, look at this. It's still got the claw on it. So we got to remove it. We got to get it off the cartilage there. And it's a little bit of work. But we got to just be careful, again, with the texture. Because this is whole crab. This is the back fin. We got to make sure no shell gets in there. So off camera, I'm going to get this process done so you guys don't have to be bored with the monotony of it. But I just wanted to show you the quality that we use here at Gaetano's New York Kitchen. I mean, this is real crab, guys, and we don't manhandle it. We don't squeeze the crap out of it. We make it the right way. We're very gentle. I'll show you in a minute how we get the mix done, and we'll complete this process. See you in a second. Okay, so now we've got our jumbo lump crab in there, 1 pound of it. And we have a pound of the claw meat, and this is absolutely beautiful. So everything here is done. The crab is declawed. Now we're going to add some ingredients. We got some capers. You need some capers for the salt, and it gives a little taste of the sea, even though it's not, from the sea. We got chopped tarragon. This is fresh tarragon. This is an amazing herb to use with seafood. It is just absolutely phenomenal. We got the juice of 1 lemon. This is a half a lemon, obviously. I'm going to squeeze the other half into here as well. So the juice of 1 full lemon. These lemons here that we get are very citrusy, very, very flavorful. So depending on how citrusy you want it, you could, adjust. Now, we've also got bell pepper, not crushed, but chopped bell pepper and onion. We're going to add this to our mix, to our crab cake mix. And we are almost done, guys. A little bit of Cajun seasoning, just to kick it up a little bit. A little bit of Cajun. A little bit of Old Bay. You got to have some Old Bay for your crab cakes. This stuff is absolutely phenomenal. Get your Old Bay in there. Then this is something that I don't particularly care for personally, which is mayonnaise. You do need to have mayonnaise though to bind everything with when you're working with crab cakes, and it's just a necessity that you need. So let's get it opened. So probably gonna just see here, probably this whole thing, because then we're gonna thicken it up with some breadcrumbs. So a little jar of mayonnaise here, a little bit like that, and then we got some breadcrumbs that we're gonna add before we mix it, and we're gonna do the mixing all by hand, okay? And it's very important, like I said before, not to manhandle it too much, because you want to keep the integrity of the crab. So basically, we're just gonna fold it in on itself like so, and really not try to squeeze anything, because we don't want to destroy that beautiful integrity of the crab. Crab is extremely expensive, extremely flavorful, and you really don't need a lot to make it taste good, because it's crab, you know. But just eyeballing this here by how much we've got it mixed, I'm going to need to add a little bit more breadcrumb to it, it looks like. You know, and this is what cooking is. Cooking is simply, you know, adding what you need. You can't take away, but you can most certainly add. So you don't want to do too much, because you can't take it out. So we're going to just continue to mix our crab like this. We'll see you in a minute while we weigh it out, and then we'll get these guys sauteed and show you what the finished product looks like. See you in a second. Okay, so this is what our crab meat looks like. This is what our our crab cake mix. We're going to make 4-ounce crab cakes. So on our scale, we're going to throw that. That's 4.2. That's just a little bit too much. 3.6, that's not enough. 4.1 is okay. All right. And this is not like making meatballs. We're making like a hockey puck type shape, and just gently turning it in our hands. You see all that beautiful chopped pepper, bell pepper, and onion in there. And right here, we've got semolina flour. This is the flour you use to make pasta, and we have a proportion of this semolina flour also in our pizza dough. So there's one cake there. You get 2 per order, so 8 ounces of our crab cake mixture, and that's 3.6. Got to put a little bit more. 3.9, 4.0, perfect. And you just make sure everything is stuck together like that. And like I said, like I'm showing you, you just make like a hockey puck type thing, like this, and you roll it around in your hand, and then you put it in that beautiful semolina flour. And these are the best crab cakes you will ever have. If you don't believe me, come taste them and we'll talk about it, okay? So these are better than Ruth Chris anywhere you go, because they don't use this kind of quality, and if they do, they scotchati it all up, which means they just mush it to nothing. So in the pan here, we got our oil going, and we're gonna lightly saute our crab cakes in this beautiful oil. We're gonna adjust the heat there so it's not too high, because we're not gonna fully finish it in the saute pan. We're gonna need to probably bake it as well, because these are big crab cakes. These are not small things. These are beautiful pieces of work here. All right, so we gotta be very careful not to burn our crab cakes. We want every bit of it to get a little bit of color on it. So we flip it over like that. And we just let it do its thing like that for now. We're going to kick our convection oven on, and we're going to heat it to 450 and throw it in the convection oven for about I don't know, about 10 to 15 minutes, depending, you know. And after that, we will plate it. We have a beautiful red cabbage slaw, Asian style, Asian flavored slaw that we make here at Gaetano's New York Kitchen, along with a sour cream that we make. Now you see how that cake broke like that? I'll tell you why it broke like that. A, because I didn't give it time to cool off, to chill in the fridge. That just shows you how real these are, but that's okay because we're gonna save this and you'll see the finished product. It's okay that it broke apart like that because we're gonna treat it with kid gloves. We're gonna get this bacon in the oven, and when you guys see us back here, we're gonna show you how we plate these beautiful crab cakes at Gaetano's New York Kitchen. Please support your small businesses wherever you guys are at. And there we have it. This is the finished product. This is right after we took the crab cakes out of the pan, and this is a genuine piece of art here. These are our Maryland crab cakes here at Gaetano's New York Kitchen. We serve them with a lemon and sesame oil creme fraiche, as well as a red cabbage Asian slaw. And I mean, look at these things. These are beautiful. This can be an appetizer that you guys share. You can order it with a salad, however you want it. Here at Gaetano's New York Kitchen, come and get some. We will see you guys on the next one, and we thank you for tuning in this week for Cooking with Capo, Episode 4, the Crab Cakes. Ciao.
Asciugai la vita come il smoke, arredo se scende scarpe piangono, il lancio torna perché stanotte non dormo, e penso che ora penso una Range Rover, faccio vincere al futuro, tutti i fratelli perduti, faccio la parte del conto, ne per nuove creature, noi volimmo una speranza, che va senza che stanza, quando tornano alla scuola, quando stanno a basso bar, e mettono mano in pistola, droga, e tutto là di storia, a terra nei cami che scoria, ci portiamo pure giuro, o pensiamo tutto quanto, ma non dice mai nessuno, noi teniamo una domanda, ma chi giudica, e oggi casa fuori mano, è logica, che si rimane inerme, non cagna niente, tieni vera fritta a verna, noi guardiamo in due binocoli, sti bastardi con mio ogna, senza rischio carcerata, proprio come in Doma Nova. Noi vogliamo una speranza, a campare in mano,